With Premier League Game Week 6 about to kick off, who are the best players going into this weekend and who are the people under the most pressure, whether it be teams or coaches? Game Week 6 sees brilliant matchups, brilliant players, and a brilliant Premier League season really just starting to kick off. But who are the best players going into this weekend? We're going to do a top of the tower, looking at the best players going into the weekend. Now, a few housekeeping notes is if they are injured for the season, they will not be on the tower. Each floor is not left to right. The floors are equal decimal to each single player. And every single player is ranked based off of current form and long-term forms. Without further ado, let's look at our bottom floor. We have Virgil van Dijk, Konate, Duran, Alisson, and Foden. Foden drops down to the bottom of the tower right now. He's not in the greatest of form like he was last season, but I really think he will regain it. And the reason he's still on the tower is based off of that form from last season. Alisson, Konate, and Virgil van Dijk make up one of the best trios in the entire Premier League on the defensive side. They've kept 3 clean sheets this Premier League season so far out of 5 weeks. That is absolutely amazing. I look for that to continue and for them to continue to dominate. Virgil van Dijk has had a longevity career. He's been brilliant for many years, so that's why he's on here. And Konate recently has been really heating up as a great center-back option for Arne Slot and Liverpool. And Duran, one of the most prolific strikers in the Premier League right now. He actually leads in goals per 90 in the Premier League. He's beating Erling Haaland in that stat. He's just not beating him in goals. But I look for him to continue to grow as a player and continue to put more balls in the back of the net. Look for Aston Villa to be a great team both in the Premier League and in Europe this season. I would love to see it. On our next floor, we have Ollie Watkins, who has been regaining his form he had from last season. That's why we have him above Duran on the tower. Cole Palmer, who is ever increasing as a player and ever growing. The addition of Jadon Sancho onto Chelsea, I think, will really help him out. We want to see massive growth from him this year, both as an English fan and as a Premier League fan. He is brilliant both for the league and for the country. We have Son, who continues to show his class both on the pitch and off of the pitch. He's a beloved player. That's why we've got him this high on the tower. And I look for him to continue to have a really great season. And we have Saliba, who is probably the best center back in the Premier League right now. No one else is better than him. He can absolutely take Haaland out of games, which is massively important for Arsenal's title hopes. And it also gives players the blueprint on how to shut down Erling Haaland, because if they can't shut him down, there is no hope for the Premier League right now. On our next row, we have Kevin De Bruyne, who has been suffering with a little bit of an injury as of recently, but it is not a long season injury. He should be back soon. That's why we've gotten up and on here, but he's up and on here based off his class over the past few seasons. He is probably the best midfielder that the Premier League has ever seen. He can spray the ball brilliantly. He can move the ball from box to box, and he can put the ball in the back of the net. Last season, when Man City didn't have him, they were inconsistent. As soon as he got into the lineup, they were firing on all cylinders, and they went out and they went 1-1-1-1-1. They were absolutely brilliant with him in the side. That's why he's got to be in there. Declan Rice is in this row because Rodri is out. With Rodri being out for the season, the best holding midfielder in the Premier League is definitely Declan Rice. He is England's hope to continue to grow as a country, both in a footballing sense, but also for Arsenal to grow and hopefully win the title. He is the engine for that team. Can he continue to play well, but can he keep his head on his shoulders and not get more red cards like he has done early in the season? And Luis Diaz is on this tier as well. An absolutely scintillating game from him last week. He was unplayable, probably the best Premier League player last week. And overall, he's actually a very great player. He has his moments. He has his greatness. That's why I've got him so high on the list. But the reason we need to see him on this high on the list is, can he maintain this? If he can't maintain this, he's going to be dropping right back down the list. And as a result, he'll be kicked off the tower. But if he can maintain this form, if he can continue to create chances, put balls in the back of the net, I could really see Liverpool challenging for the title and beating Man City this year, potentially even beating Arsenal this year. That would be absolutely brilliant for the league to have to end the tyranny of Man City. On our second to highest row, we have Bukayo Saka with 5 assists this season. He is in scintillating form. He's been absolutely tearing down the pitch. He's been driving the ball forward. He's been moving the ball around. He's been getting other players involved, which is massively important for Arsenal's success. Can he continue this form? You know, from season to season, he picks up little knocks here and there. He's not the biggest of players, so that is an issue with him. But if he can maintain his health, if Odegaard can come back, if Rice can continue to be that engine, I can really see Arsenal actually pushing Man City this season and actually maybe beating them, because Man City looked very rattled after the game on the weekend. So look for Saka to continue to be the driving force for Arsenal's success. The second best player in the Premier League right now has to be Salah. He's been absolutely brilliant with 7 goal contributions this season so far in 5 matches. He continues to dominate. He continues to be a great player. The only issue is he going to go to Saudi at the end of the season? We really hope not. I can understand if he wants to. He's earned the right to go make that amount of money. He's earned the right to leave Liverpool when he wants to leave Liverpool. He's been an absolute club legend for them. But I would love to see Liverpool win the title this year just to end Man City's reign. I'd love to see Arsenal win the title this year. I'd love to see Aston Villa win the title this year. Just anyone except for Man City. And I think Salah gives us the best chance at that. Because at the top of the tower is the man with 10 goals this season so far, averaging 2 goals a game, which is absolutely nuts. It is Erling Haaland. He is pounding the ball in the back of the net. He is giving no room for error for any of these teams. He is destroying defenses. Arsenal contained him a little bit. You know, even when they had 10 men, they were containing him. There is a way to contain him. If you get big bodies against him, he doesn't like to go up against bigger players. But teams need to play him tougher because right now he's getting anything he wants. He's tapping it in. He's firing it in. He's doing what he wants on defenses. He is absolutely brilliant. But can we slow him down so Man City don't win this? So let's recap the tower. We've got Virgil van Dijk, Konate, Duran, Alisson, Foden on our bottom floor. We've got Watkins, Palmer, Son, and Saliba on our second to bottom floor. On our middle floor, we have De Bruyne, Rice, and Luis Diaz. Our second to top floor, we have Bukayo Saka, Mohamed Salah, and Erling Haaland. Let me know what you think of this. Who would you add on? Who would you drop off? I'd love to see your comments in the comment section. But now let's move on to the people who are under the most pressure going into this weekend. They are in the pressure cooker and it is not looking good for them. The first team that we have on this under pressure list is Wolves. They've got 0 wins so far. They had a very good season last season. People thought they were trending upwards, but now the issue is that form left them? Is that kind of magic from last season left them? Did all those referee decisions from last season break their spirit? Because now they got 0 wins. They played Liverpool on the weekend, which is a big issue because most likely we can just chop that up as a loss for them, and that would absolutely derail their season. That would be 6 matches without a victory. They would have 1 point of leave on the season. It would be in a horrible position and would be favorites to get relegated after that. So they are under pressure. Can they get a win? I hope they can, but I also hope they don't because I want Liverpool to continue winning to beat Man City. So we'll see what happens there, but they are definitely under pressure. They need a win within the next couple of weeks or they're going to be going down to the championship. Our next person that we have on the pressure cooker list is Sean Dyche. He is now in a full-blown relegation battle only after 5 weeks. They've blown numerous leads. And that's the issue is Sean Dyche is known for getting a lead, protecting the lead, and getting those 1-0 wins. He's had 2 goal leads. He's had 1 goal leads, and they are blowing them. Everton is in a dire need to get some quality football being played, or they're going to be going down to the championship as well. It's actually looking very good for the newly promoted teams that Wolves and Everton are doing very poorly. Ipswich has a real shot to stay up now, and I would love that for Ipswich and Sean McKenna. But Sean Dyche is definitely feeling the pressure. Could he get the sack by the end of the season? Could he get the sack by Christmas? We don't know because he needs to start protecting these leads like he's known for doing. But the person under the most pressure going into this weekend is Erik ten Hag. They're playing Tottenham. There's been rumors of the sack from last season. The rumors of the sack have come up again this season. He needs to beat Spurs. They got that victory against Southampton. Then they drew against Palace, and that is horrible for them. They needed that victory because then they've got another hard opponent, and if they cannot get past Spurs, if they cannot get a victory, it is not going to be looking good for Erik ten Hag. And Spurs are a very good team with Son and Maddison and Solanke, who are really starting to play well now. So Erik ten Hag is under a lot of pressure. If he cannot win this, I would definitely have him on sack watch by the end of Halloween because right now it is not looking good for him. But who do you think is under more pressure than these 2 people? Let me know in the comments. But like always, I'm looking forward to this game week. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next one.